Hi guys, how are ya? What's been going on? How's your week been? Let me know in the comments below. Episode 12. Wow. I would never have guessed that I would keep doing this series. But the feedback from you guys has been absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to keep doing it. So thank you so much. Now, this week, I really want to talk to you guys about two very important topics, okay? I want to talk to you guys about, first of all, taking risks, the possible outcomes, the possible rewards. And secondly, I want to talk about what to do once you get to a specific place when dealing with mental health. So we're going to dive right into that. So I feel like people who suffer with mental health, we get to a specific point along our journey where we're like, what do we do now? Where do I go? What can I do to make all this work worth it? And I feel like those are very important questions, because I know for me personally, I've gotten to a point now where I've overcome some challenges. I've had a ton of different experiences. I've met some amazing people. I am putting myself through therapy. But what am I going to do with all of that? Where am I going to go? And for me, through a lot of reflection and a lot of, just a lot of processing and analyzing and sort of figuring out where I am as a person, I've sort of come to realize that it's around about this time where I need to start setting some goals. And I think goal setting is very important when it comes to dealing with mental health, because if you don't have a direction or something to work towards post recovery, you're never going to get to where you want to go. So for me, I'm going to lay out a few of the goals that I've set for myself. Okay. So one of my biggest goals now is I'm looking to move out. I have lived in this lovely little home for almost a year now. I can't believe it's been that long already, but it has been. And I've decided that I want to live in a house that's a bit more functional for my needs, something a little bit nicer too. I want to live in, a little bit more comfort, I guess. I think after dealing with what I've been dealing with for so long, I think that it's important to remind yourself that it's okay to have those creature comforts, that it's okay to have those nice things. Because for me, I was always raised on the philosophy that what you have reflects who you are as a person. My parents are very hard-working people. They always taught me the value of hard work. They taught me the value of the dollar. And I think that it's important that as long as you know that you are taking care of your stuff, 9 times out of 10, all your stuff is going to be in amazing condition. And that is pure and simply because you have worked hard to take care of it. So I think moving into a new home, really starting over post mental health is very important, because it's a new beginning. I love this little house, don't get me wrong, but I also feel like this was where I released a lot of my negative energy, a lot of my negative emotion. It's almost as if you're saying goodbye to the self that you were, so that the new person that you have become can finally, shine and come through and be like, hey, I see who you were, and you needed to be that person for a time. But I think now it's my time to shine. So let's go. Let's start a new adventure. So I think that's one of my biggest goals, definitely post mental health, is to move into a new place. I'm very fortunate too. You guys probably have seen in a couple of my previous videos, I bought myself a new race car. Now, I have wanted to race with my younger brother for as long as I can remember. If you follow me on my Instagram, you probably know a little bit of the story, but I grew up in a speedway family. My dad is our first ever state champion. I'm very, very proud of my heritage. And as kids, my brother and I, that was what we were going to do. It was our turn to go and sit in a supermod and, carve up the tracks and carve our own legacy into that club. And I'm very, very lucky and very fortunate that my brother has finally come on board all these years later. He's got his own car. I helped him out a lot with it. And we've gotten his car to a point where, yeah, it's ready. It's time to go. So I bought another car because my good car is being still being repaired up in Geraldton. And I think just simply by taking that leap and being like, I can't go traveling right now because of the whole COVID situation, but I have the money there to achieve another goal. Well, that's how I bought the other car. I saved all my money, and this car came up, and it was a perfect opportunity. And so now I have something else to look forward to. So my brother and I, we are going to do the race season this year together. I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to go traveling. We're going to go racing. We're going to have all sorts of adventures. I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I think having that as well, that was a big goal for me. And now that I've achieved that goal, it's almost like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. It's like, am I going to get there? Am I not going to get there? It definitely messes with your thinking processes. And I think that it's very important to acknowledge that is something positive that I have achieved this year. I have achieved that goal. And that is a massive win for mental health. And that's what I'm saying, guys, is lay out your goals, write them down. What is it that you want to achieve this year? And then start chasing them. And I know that it can be hard, especially when that little demon that we all get creeps inside our head and it tells us we can't do it. Well, guys, I'm telling you now, all you need to say to that little devil is, shoo fly, don't bother me. I know where I'm going. I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to get there just to prove you wrong. So those are the main reasons why I feel like you guys need to chase your goals. Now, you would have noticed when I was telling you about the race car that I took a leap. And this comes into the second section of this video, okay? I think that it is super, super crucial as a person who suffers with mental health to willingly put yourself into situations that are scary, okay? You need to take a risk. As I've said before in a previous video, deliberately avoiding the problem is not healthy. It really isn't. And that definitely translates over to, having doubts about certain situations. Basically, what you are doing in your head is you are actually just looking at a scenario and picturing all the things that can go wrong before they've even happened. And that is not healthy, guys. That is not where you should be post mental health, okay? Like, I understand that it is scary, and it definitely does take a lot longer for people with definitely more serious forms of mental health to get to a point where they're just like, all right, I think I'm okay enough to try again. And that's fine. Everybody grows, everybody heals, everybody changes at different rates. And as long as we are all there to support each other through those moments, all of us can achieve success, okay? I recently took a risk where I decided that this week I was going to go and I was going to travel to Geraldton. Now, the reason that I went to Geraldton is I made a mistake. And it was important to me that I did everything that I could to, one, keep my word and actually go to Geraldton as I promised, because I'm a man of my word. I really do try. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And you guys probably remember that in a previous video, I have said that I'm one of those people that says that they're going to do something, but I need to do it in my own time. Well, it was the time. And it was important that I did it. So I went up to Geraldton and I worked really hard to to reconnect with someone that I had hurt, someone that I had upset, somebody that I really, really care for. My hesitation for that trip was my ute has never been reliable. I'm not going to lie, it's a bucket. But to its credit, every time that I've wanted to go and see my family, it has never let me down. And so I got this scenario in my head where I was driving to Geraldton and my car broke down 20 minutes out of the city, or it broke down along the side of the road on the highway, and there was no way that I was going to be able to make it. And that scenario just plagued me for ages. Like, I need a better ute because I can't trust this one. Well, guys, I took the risk and I went to Geraldton and I made it. And I had the best time. I am so glad I went. You know, I definitely was able to reconnect with this person that I really, really care about and I really wanted to fix things with. I went and spent time in a town that I've never actually spent too much time in. And you'll be able to check it out in this week's My Life as well. Some of the sites and some of the things that I got up to while I was there, because I had the freedom to just go and do what it was that I wanted to do. You know, I took that risk and it paid off. And I'm not saying that every time you take a risk, it's going to come out a success. But the more times that you put yourself in situations that make you uncomfortable, that scare you, your anxiety and the thing that is holding you back is going to get weaker and weaker, because you are willingly putting yourself in those situations. You are slowly clawing back the control over the way that life affects you. And I think that is phenomenal growth, and that truly is taking control of your mental health. You know, if you are able to go, that situation's scary as hell, but guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. Hello, plus 10 confidence. You got to be happy with that. And little by little, you'll start finding that the scales are going to start tipping. So, you know, this is your problem, but this is your confidence. And, you know, your confidence might start down here. But then all of a sudden, the more that you put yourself in those scary situations and take control of your mental health, the scales are going to start to tip to the point where the problem that is bothering you is no longer a problem. And you've got to keep working at it. And you have to work hard. And it's scary, but it can also be exciting. And the way that I feel as a person post taking those risks, you know, you can probably see it. I'm a lot more positive. I'm a lot more in control. I just feel better as a person, and I know that you guys are going to as well. So that's all from me this week. I would love to hear about, you know, some scary situations that you've put yourself in. You know, how did you overcome it? Was it a success? Was it not a success? Please let me know in the comments below. I'd love to have a chat. Until next time, guys, I'll see you around. Hey guys, I hope you liked that video. For more cool content, make sure to go and check out my channel. Hit like and subscribe down below. Leave some comments if you feel like it. And I'll see you in the next one. Be nice and work hard.